I only got recruited at one school, obviously with my dad coaching there. I don't know if it wasn't other people felt that I was good enough to play for them, or that they just felt that I was going to go to Wisconsin, but obviously with your dad coaching there, that was probably the only hurdle that had to be, you know, addressed in regards to are you going to want to play for your dad. But you know, growing up around Wisconsin, being a stick boy for a lot of years and seeing really the program go and develop, and so it was just one of those things where if you ever get a chance to put that jersey on, you know, for kids in Madison and certainly in the state of Wisconsin, that was sort of your dream to try to play for the Badgers. So mine came true. Yep. Yeah, we played a lot of baseball. Actually, my dad was a better baseball player than he was a hockey player. He was drafted by the White Sox at a young age, and then he started to have a family, so that went away, and he became a hockey teacher coach, and obviously was successful at it. And so with him, with baseball was big, and certainly hockey was our main sport. But we did a lot of golfing, played a bunch of soccer, tapped into football a little bit, but my physique wasn't going to be much of a football player, so I picked the right sports to play, and we played quite a bit of them. Well, Herb and I probably, I don't know, but maybe some of the Minnesota guys go back a long way, because obviously with my dad coaching at Wisconsin, Herb coaching at Minnesota, you know, I didn't know Herb, but I knew who he was. I seen him quite a bit, because when I was a stick boy at Wisconsin, I stood right between the benches, Minnesota, Wisconsin. So one of the unique experiences is that, and I wasn't playing at the time, I was a stick boy, but when Herbie came down to Madison, and he had put in the papers in previous times that all Wisconsin fans were a bunch of drunks, and all they drank was Budweiser beer. And they were just non-intelligent hockey people. And so it was a Friday night, Minnesota was playing Wisconsin, and they introduced the lineups, obviously the visiting team, Minnesota first, and at the end, as they introduced Herb Brooks as the coach for Minnesota, right before they announced his name, 8,000 Badger fans, and this is when we didn't have computers, had printouts of Herbie's face with a straw and a Budweiser camp, and nobody said anything except 8,000 people you could see hoisting up these pictures of Herbie. It was just hilarious. And so, like I say, I knew about him. I didn't really meet him, you know, up until you know, the experiences with 1980 team, but I knew quite a bit about him. Oh boy, the prankster. I'd say Davy Christian. That's a tough one. I think with any team, you know, you have certain players that might be the heart and soul of the team. But the unique thing about the 1980 team is that you had a group of what I call all-star college players together, and the ability for everybody to figure out what their role might be, you know, what role they were going to play in regards to, you know, the positioning on the team. I mean, because everybody's used to playing a lot of minutes, playing on special teams, playing the last minute of a game. And now you got a group of athletes together, and there's only so many slots and so many opportunities for that to happen. And so the uniqueness is everybody to really play as a team. And you know, it takes time. And that was the nice thing about that group, spending so much time together, especially on the road as we, you know, went around the country, playing 60 exhibition games, and 48 of them were on the road. So, you know, we had time like a family, where, you know, some good days, some bad days, some fights, some celebrations, good practices, good games, bad games, all that, you know, put into a bowl. And at the end of the day, if people are really willing to sacrifice their individual ego and play as a group and play for the guy next to you, then you have a chance to do something special. No guarantees at the end that you're gonna, but it really gives you an opportunity. And I think collectively, at different times of the year, everybody had a piece in developing that. And so I think, you know, one person, two people, you know, maybe a small group, but, you know, to name names would probably be unfair, because I think everybody, you know, whether you were Steve Janicek, who didn't play much in the Olympics, you know, his role and how he conducted himself on a daily matter bodes well for, you know, what we were as a team. And so, you know, people scored big goals, people made great plays, but you look around the table and each one had a hand in doing that.